So if you've been doing YouTube and you spent the last 3 weeks setting out whatever spreadsheet you got, trying to find the perfect YouTube niche, you're completely stuck at the starting line. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to bypass that research phase entirely by wearing the YouTube algorithm essentially like a costume, okay? Because if you rely on guessing what an audience wants to watch, you will spend months, paying for videos for an empty room, before eventually just abandoning the project altogether. So my name is Kevin, and we've monetized a bunch of faceless channels, as you can see back there, and as you can see on the screen right now. And that corporate IT guy, professional who owns this channel, works 50 hours a week at his job, but because he bypassed the niche selection phase completely, he manages his digital pipeline and uploads videos in about 15 minutes a day. The reason most beginners fail at this stage is because they treat YouTube like some kind of creative exercise. They open a blank document and they try to either brainstorm whatever will be interesting here, right? But there's a fundamental flaw on this. They're trying to brainstorm anything that sounds profitable, right? The flaw on this is, let's say you do this and you come back on the YouTube feed trying to see if you can find niches here, some faceless niches that you can potentially do. But the problem with this approach is that it lies on your own browser history. Your normal YouTube account already categorizes you as a 20-year-old, 30-year-old, whoever you are, it already categorizes you. So whenever you search for ideas, the algorithm is actually biased. So it's actually serving you like a highly filtered version of the internet, right? Specifically tailored to your specific demographic and essentially what you like to watch, right? So you're completely blind to the most profitable sectors of the platform, which the algorithm essentially hides from you. So what you want to do is resolve this by abandoning your main account. Okay, you want to create a completely blank profile. As you can see, this one I didn't just create it, but I don't use this account. But the idea is to create a completely blank profile. You're going to train it to mirror a demographic of people that are high net worth, and I'm going to explain why. So the reason we target adults over the age of 60 is because this demographic holds significant disposable income, and this prompts advertisers to pay premium rates for their attention. They pay a lot of money. So to access their feeds, to tap into the kind of content they watch so you can make your video and put it in front of them, you want to open Claude and instruct the AI to do something like generate 20 highly specific video topics that a 60-year-old American homeowner watches on a Friday night. So this AI is going to generate very niche subjects that you would have never come across on your own home feed, right? So let's wait and see what it gives us. So as you can see, it's giving us very specific things that they would search, stuff like why every mall food court had an orange Julius and what actually killed the chain. Again, this is for nostalgia. Homeowner anxiety, this is why the insurance videos, house insurance videos been popping off lately. How a retired couple in Texas got their property reassessment. How we retired at 62, a real grandparent scam call, what the roofing crew, like essentially this is what they would search, and you would have never organically come across this kind of content, right? And by the way, I went ahead and packaged the exact 20 keyword seed list that we use to alongside the daily watch protocol that we operate on YouTube to be able to surface these niches for you. I put that link in the description where you can access it. It's completely free. You have no obligation to click it. I'm simply just documenting this exact system, so you can just click it and follow this process. So what you want to do now is to take any of these. So let's see whichever one we can take. This one looks interesting. So you're going to take that keyword, come over to YouTube right here. And what I'm going to go ahead and do is to start pasting them on YouTube, right? So you want to search them and you want to see what comes up. And again, you don't want to click any video that's a real person. As you can see, this is a real personal brand of someone. This is probably a company, so you don't want to click this one because we want niches that we can do and essentially replicate. And we want to train YouTube algorithm to start showing us those kind of videos. So let's keep looking. As you can see, there's no niches here. And then boom, look at this. We come across this niche. Look at this. This is very important. People also watched these, right? Essentially, the same people, the same older demographic people that watch this kind of content, YouTube has very kindly surfaced some other kind of niches that they also watch. And now, if you didn't know, this video is not a real person. It's completely done by AI, which means, and it's not even videos, which means we can easily replicate this niche. So what we're going to go ahead and do is actually what we do is we open the videos that are faceless. So there's no face in them. Essentially YouTube automation niches that we can actually do. So I'm going to open the videos in new tabs. Make sure you don't click one that's a real person. So as you can see, so that's enough. We already found two here. We'll just open them. I don't know why this one's not opening. I think it's a bug with my browser.
Rain on
Well,
two.
what you want to do is to open them and play it for like 10 minutes. Just leave it playing in the background. You can mute it if you want. Just play it. like the video, just let it play for about 10 minutes, something like that. Now, when you do that, you also click the like button. You can also subscribe if you want, so that it gives you similar content. As you can see, they have a bunch of channels linked there, right? So you repeat this process, right? So you do the same thing. You come back here, you can find like another niche, something more related. Essentially, you're watching all these different corners of the internet to train YouTube that you are actually this type of person. So that it profiles you to say you're over 65 and you live in the US and essentially all these things. So we've just found another niche right here. So you can see this one's completely faceless. And also this person, if you didn't know, this person's an AI character, which means you can easily do this niche. So I'll click this and watch it. Try to click channels that get a lot of views as well. As you can see, this is another one, a lot of money. It's another one, a lot of money. This is another channel, a lot of money. You can see right here. You can leave them in the background, let them play, like, subscribe, you know, boom, like, keep watching, leave it just playing in the background, right? Essentially, this is the process that you repeat. As you can see, just a few minutes of executing this, we found this channel right here that are doing, what did I say? How many views have they done here? 3 million views, right? They've done over 30K USD from this channel because of the RPMs of these finance channels. You can get $10, $12, $15. We have a bunch of channels. Maybe we can show some on screen right now. Have extremely high RPMs as well, right? So that is the sequence that you must execute precisely. Because if you skip the training phase, right? If you skip the training phase and just click channels randomly, you will, as you can see, it's already working for us. We're already getting the kind of content that as a 63-year-old we should be working, we should be watching. But as you can see, you don't want to skip that training phase. Otherwise, YouTube will just generically give you like just random trending content, and your data will become completely useless. Okay, so after something like 3 days of watching these kind of videos, as you can see, it's given us a niche for one. So after 3 days of watching these kind of videos, your YouTube homepage will undergo a very good transformation. As you can see right now, the algorithm is now categorizing our blank account, okay, as a 60-year-old retiree. So channels, your suggested feed is just going to be filled with massive, quiet channels that are quietly printing tens of thousands of dollars in the background right now, pulling millions of views in untouched niches, unsaturated niches that you would have never thought of, right? It's another one right here. So YouTube just handed you a validated list of the most profitable channels on the platform, and you never had to pick a niche. The algorithm just mapped the entire market for you. Okay, so yeah, that's how you would go ahead and do that. If you are a busy professional, let's say you don't have that much time for you, and you understand that there's a lot of money to be made on YouTube, we've helped a bunch of students do the same thing. So if you want to bypass this setup and bypass all these technicalities, my company, Head Start, can provide a done for you operational build. Okay, so we're going to find the mature niche for you, right? And we're going to configure the AI scripting agents that are going to write your scripts for you. I'm going to install the cheap freelancing team that will make the videos for you, right? And essentially give you your first 30 days of video ideas so that you're starting and you don't have to essentially waste weeks trying to do this, right? But this is not for everyone, okay? So if you're attempting to replace your primary income by next week with zero capital, this model requires investment and patience, right? So this might be a wrong fit for a situation. But if you have the capital and you want an active media asset portfolio, which is YouTube, there's so much money to be made right now, you can submit an application through the link below to speak to our team. But yeah, hope you guys learned something. If you want to learn a lot more about how we garner and make our videos give us extremely high RPMs, subscribe to the channel and look at some more videos here. We have a bunch of good videos and a bunch of case studies as well that you can watch. I'm always making content that target all the different problems you might be facing so you can solve the YouTube algorithm and make as much money as possible. So there's a bunch of content you can watch. So see you guys in the next video.